All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as the Niners are getting ready to take on the Ravens on Monday night for national TV. Niners and Ravens go at Levi's Stadium. All right, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Also, this video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Check that link in the description. Use the promo code KRUG, and they will match you up to your first $100. All right, the Niners on the practice field Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, getting ready for the Monday Nighter. On Saturday, not practicing. Among those not practicing, Arik Armstead, Jauan Jennings, Oren Burks, and Ross Dwelley. Armstead's got plantar fasciitis. Jauan Jennings he's in the concussion protocol. Oren Burks, I believe, is a knee injury, and Dwelley's got the high ankle sprain. So none of those guys are practicing. I don't expect any of them to go in the game on Monday night. So Javon Hargrave did practice. He's got the hamstring pull. Cleveland Farrell practiced. Elijah Mitchell was back at practice as well. So those guys I do expect to go on Monday night. So you should have Hargrave, but no Armstead in the middle. Now, you still have Javon Kinlaw. You got Kevin Givens. They've got T.Y. McGill. They have some options there. Now, Armstead was always going to be a long shot to play Monday night, according to Kyle Shanahan, just simply because the plantar fasciitis is bothering him. He's having a hard time getting over it. The only solution is to rest. And so the Niners need him for the playoffs. So there's no way Armstead's going to go. Christian McCaffrey, I thought this is kind of interesting. McCaffrey bought all of the 49ers offensive players golf club bags for Christmas. Purdy even got one as well. Purdy was asked about it and said that he would get something for his linemen, but he said financially I wouldn't be able to cover that right now. Golf bags for every guy on the offense. But nice gesture by Christian McCaffrey to take care of some of the guys who have helped take care of him. One of the things that we're going to see on Monday night, and maybe the key factor in this game, is who does the best job at eliminating or minimizing yards after the catch. These are the NFL's two best teams defensively in terms of yards after the catch allowed per reception. The Ravens give up 4.4 yards per catch. The Niners give up 4.5 yards per catch after the catch for yak yards. So, the Niner receivers have been able to pile up those yak yards against everybody. Can the Ravens somehow, some way, minimize that? That's going to be a big factor for them. And then for the 49ers, can they make sure that the Raven receivers don't pile up the big run after the catch yardage? The Niners also this week added a new player. Taylor Stallworth is the interior defensive lineman. He's interesting as far as he's a veteran. The 49ers are battling through a bunch of injury issues at defensive tackle, and so they put Stallworth on their practice squad. They have to open a 53-man roster spot and make that decision to promote a player to the 53 from the practice squad. We'll see who they opt to promote tomorrow, the day before the game. Steve Wilkes spoke this week, I should say, and he said, that they really need to do a much better job than they did last week from the standpoint of tackling the ball carrier and, most importantly, tracking, making sure they're all staying in their lanes. They overcommitted on a couple run plays and guys got out of position. The combination of being out of position and poor tackling led to kind of a rough day against the run against the Arizona Cardinals. One guy that I would love to see the 49ers add, now they did add Taylor Stallworth. They do have Javon Kinlaw. They do have Kevin Givens. They do have T.Y. McGill. But Sebastian Joseph Day was cut loose by the Chargers. He's a former Ram regular. He had signed a 3-year, $24 million deal in 2022. There was no guaranteed money remaining on the contract past 2023. The Chargers are up against the cap. They've got a brand new regime. They fired Tom Telesco, their GM. They fired Brandon Staley, their head coach. And so now they cut loose Joseph Sebastian Joseph Day. Joseph Day is a versatile veteran defensive tackle. And so I'd love to see the 49ers, if they can get an opportunity to pick this guy up, to pick him up. He's 28. He started throughout his Chargers run there. And he's a durable defensive front guy. He's 310 pounds. He started 30 games as a Charger. This season, the veteran interior D lineman has matched his career high with 3 sacks. He established a new career mark with 11 quarterback hits, so he's been productive. That latter number is, the best number of his career. He's never had as many as 11 quarterback hits. Pro Football Focus grades Joseph Day as a mid-pack interior defensive lineman, slotting him just outside the top 60 at the position. But that's an improvement based on where he was in 2021. And, he was a key player alongside Aaron Donald on that Rams team. He's a former 6th-round pick out of Rutgers. Now, he played at Rutgers and on the East Coast for college, but then he's basically turned into a California kid in the NFL. He's played for the Chargers and he's played for the Rams. So he's been in California, a good portion of his career. I'm sure the 49ers would have some interest in a player like this. I mean, this is a really solid football player and a guy who's got Super Bowl experience. He's played in big games. He can play defensive tackle. He's not going to give you tons of pass rush, but he's very strong. He's active. He's in his prime, 28. I think it would be a phenomenal addition to the 49ers if they could figure out a way to add Sebastian Joseph Day. As I said, he was cut by the Chargers, but I think he still can play. I think this really has more to do with the Chargers and the fact they're not going anywhere and they're trying to get on with their offseason, maybe save a few bucks along the way. But Sebastian Joseph Day is a productive football player. He's good I think he's better against the run than he is as a pass rusher. He's not an elite pass rusher, but man, he's very strong against the run. And to me, that would be a really nice addition if the 49ers could find a way to add him. So who's going to be up at defensive tackle? I would imagine T.Y. McGill, Kevin Givens, Javon Kinlaw, and Javon Hargrave will be the defensive tackles in this game. But if the Niners do have issues with Hargrave's hammy, if Arik Armstead can't, for whatever reason, get healthy and they're looking for a veteran, I mean, they could do a whole lot worse than Sebastian Joseph Day. 1, because he's a veteran, he's in his prime, but 2, because he's got playoff and Super Bowl experience. So he's played at a high level and he's played in the playoffs. So a name to keep your eye on if you're a 49er fan. Cut by the Chargers this week, Sebastian Joseph Day is an interesting defensive tackle who would definitely help the 49ers quite a bit. All right, thank you for supporting the Krug Show. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. And, of course, thanks to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Check that link in the description. Use the promo code KRUG, and they will match you up to your first $100. And once again, thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.